What is up, guys? Zach in here, and in today's video, I am actually opening the vault in my real estate wholesaling training. That is right. In today's video, I'm actually going to show you a video of me from 2019 closing a $57,000 virtual wholesaling deal. That is right. I will be showing it. Quick background for everyone watching this. I run a 7-figure wholesaling real estate operation. And the cool part about that is I run pretty good training systems for our acquisitions people. What I mean by this is when we onboard someone in our acquisitions team, what we do is we show videos of me actually closing deals, me talking to sellers, cash buyers. You'd think like freewholesaling.com is like cool. The coolest part about that is we have that actual system in place for our actual team. Where I have a lot more actual raw recorded videos. You have addresses, real sellers, actually real conversations. And we have these modules for our new members on our acquisitions team. So it's easier to coach, easier to teach. The cool part about this is I don't really reveal it on the YouTube channel at all because, first of all, I don't give out the best zips in my market. Like I run a 7-figure operation. I'm not here to give away my competition, my local market. And for privacy of the sellers and everything like that, like we keep it pretty good because we keep those recordings very raw, very good, and it's very good. So the cool part is we are revamping our trainings for our acquisitions team with just our acquisitions people closing, not me closing anymore, because some of the stuff has changed. So one of the recordings we had with our acquisitions for the modules in there was me actually doing a virtual wholesaling deal from 2019. This is a 19-year-old Zach, and this is basically 3 years ago. Me closing a virtual wholesaling deal made about $57,000. I'll share the number, share it all today, right? I'm not scared. I'm here to actually show you this business for real. I decided to go live on this one because I wanted to break it down. Just FYI, like this is a premiere of this. No one has ever seen this recording ever, except for my acquisitions team. No, I stand me corrected, but like don't think anyone's gone a live stream and actually shared something like this of an actual deal being closed, like a legitimate deal. Been 3 years. I think the seller privacy is fine now. We edited out the names and everything, kept everything confidential as best we can. But honestly, what I'm going to do is revealing that today and breaking it down. This is one of the rare finds from the vault I will be sharing on this channel. Just wanted to give a special thanks because you guys have been so amazing lately. The amount of people that are watching the live streams, supporting us, commenting, hopping on the streams has been just insane lately. And I felt so grateful that I'm like, you know what? Let me reveal something the wholesaling real estate community has never seen before. And that is a live virtual wholesaling deal being closed in front of y'all. I think it's going to be pretty impressive. I think it's going to be really cool. It's definitely never before seen. So we're excited for this. If you're ready, let me know in the comments that you guys are excited to see this. Guys, this is a 19-year-old Zach Ginn closing a virtual deal. Pretty insane. It's definitely a really good recording. It's one of the ones we share in our, it's a real deal, right? So guys, if you're getting any value, if you're excited to learn exactly this, watch me reveal this recording live. I want to see everyone's raw reaction to this. Do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get it going, guys. Let's cue the intro. Guys, this is stuff like you pay $5,000, you don't even get this stuff. This is how insane this information I'm about to drop on you guys. It's crazy. So without further ado, let's get everyone jacked up. I gotta get you jacked up before we reveal it. So let's break it down. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
snap. We're ready to go, guys. If I'm legitimately going to share something that is revolutionary, never before seen in the wholesaling real estate industry, of someone closing an actual legitimate deal, what background do you think I had to do for this one? Come on. Gotta get the goats on here. We got Big and Tupac. Those guys, telling you, they did stuff that was never before seen in their industry, changed the world. I'm about to share something that no one's ever seen in wholesaling real estate, because everyone's too scared. No one really closes deals. And this was a 19-year-old Zach, and just imagine me now. But this is exciting. So everyone says, "Is this live?" Guys, this is a live recording. I'm live. I'm talking to you guys out of here. We're ready to go. So without further ado, I kind of gave you the background. Let's play the recording. I'm going to do the uncut raw recording there. I'm just going to let it go. You guys don't even have to, I'm not going to pause or anything. I might do a video of me actually like breaking it down, like pause. But for now, I'm just going to give it. So it is a 10-minute recording, guys. We are live. I'm going to go break down that conversation with people, get their feedback from it, and we're going to get it going. So without further ado, guys, smash that like button, subscribe. The gurus don't want to do this. They're scared to do it. They don't want to do it, and we're here to share it. So, guys, this is a recording me, 19 years old, closing a $57,000 deal. Bought the deal for $90,000, sold for $167,000, I think. Made about $57K on this. So this was pretty cool. This is me in my college years. So this was a great deal. So having a conversation with a seller who just wanted to sell it. And I basically closed it right there. So let's talk it over. And without further ado, let's get it going. Thanks, guys.
I just had a couple more questions about the
Okay.
Yeah, so I saw it was a 3.2 CBS. What really needs to be done with the house?
Would it be simpler if I just took some pictures and sent them to you?
Yeah.
And then you have an idea whether it's worth your time?
Yeah, definitely. So you work at a assisted living facility in...
Yes.
Okay, which one? Okay, I don't think I've heard of that one. Yeah, there's a lot popping
We're
up.
really up and coming.
Okay,
We're
cool.
sort of up and coming.
Is it?
I did.
Okay, that's cool.
It
I
is.
thought it was funny. Okay, yeah. So, do you have a how would you send the pictures? Just over email or something like that?
I can send them to you text. That's what you want. It's the simplest way. I can go around, take pictures, and the house is, like I told you, it's kind of dirty at the moment. I literally worked 100 hours in the last 2 weeks. So,
Wow.
Yeah, I work a lot.
Okay.
In fact, I've had three Sundays off in the last month. So,
Okay.
Just to give you an idea, I put cherry custom cabinets in it. It's got granite countertops. I told you the master bedroom needs work. We had a leak in the shower handle, and it damaged the drywall. But it is a very short. It's not even a whole piece of drywall on that wall. There's a small section of floor that we took up and didn't replace. There is one thing I have to be honest and upfront with you. We smoke, and we smoke in the house. So there is a certain, I don't want that to come as a surprise.
No, it's paint. I'd probably have to replace some flooring, but it's not the end of the world, you know. You're not smoking 5 packs a day, right?
No, nobody's here enough to smoke 5 packs a day.
It's only a problem when you smoke 5 a day. I'm just being honest. I've had some 5 a day. I can't do anything like 1 to 2. It's not the best situation, but it's not the end of the world, really. So, let's say, I can get an idea on my head. If I was just going to buy this house from you cash, and I took care of that tax bill, and assuming there's no code violations, which I really have to check.
There isn't.
If I was just going to buy it cash and I gave you as much time as possible, what would that number really be?
Well, again, I'll be honest with you. You're the first person I've talked to about this. I do have to relocate. The house, I mean, you're going to make money on it. And I understand that's your business and that's what you need to do. So I don't know what to say to that, because I know fair market value. If you sat down and do taxable values by 25% and all that, I've done that.
I mean, no BS. Like, I'm not here to fight you on stuff. I just, like, what's easy, no hassle. Like, I hate playing that cat and mouse game, you know?
Right. 90?
90? Okay. Well, okay, I really have to look at the pictures, but I mean, if that'd be 90, and then is that 90 with or without the tax bill? I'm a little confused here.
Well, if you pay the tax bill and 90, that's $100,000 to you. And I know once you put a small amount of money into it, I'm going to say under $20,000 easy, you're going to make a fair profit off of it.
Well, you know what I can do? I'm just trying to think, you know, like, to make this like as easy as possible for you, because
right.
I can't look up your real tax bill, and I can't look up the code violations. Honestly,
there is no code violations.
Okay.
There's none. There's nothing against the title. There's no code violations.
That's good.
If there was, I would tell you, because I'm an honest person.
I know. I understand that. You know, I do trust you. You work at assisted living facility, and those people they're at a higher standard.
Yeah, I can pass a Class 2 background check and a drug test.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
I'm going to send you pictures of my kitchen, which is very beautiful. I built a chef's kitchen in here when I bought the house.
Okay.
It's U-shaped. It has an island in the center and all that. I am going to send you a picture of the damage in the master bedroom so you can get an idea of it.
Okay.
If you'd like, I'll go out front and I'll take a picture of the front yard and the backyard so you can get an idea of what the house looks like.
I can do this, which is even less of a hassle, honestly. If, let's say, if you signed a contract stating that I agree to buy the house for that price and I took care of the tax bill, what I could do is I could have my contractor come in and just look at it. You know, you just, no hassle. He just comes in, looks at it, and if he gives me the okay, then we can start the process as soon as possible, and we could get you on the way so I can just check, and I might be able to. I want to pay that tax bill sooner than later. Like, I'd love to pay it.
I want you to do that.
At the 30. If I sent you over a contract to sign, and then I can go to the city and say, I have a contract here. Can I take care of this tax bill before you increase it and get no late fee? Is that something you could do, where you could sign the contract agreeing to sell the house, and then I can bring that contract over saying, I'm actually going to buy this house. I'm going to take care of this tax bill to the city, and then I can have my guy just come and look at it, and then I'll meet you in a week, and I can tell you what's going on. Okay.
No, I will sell you the house. I will not go to anybody else. I'm a woman of my word. I own the house outright. It has a clear title. There's no liens against it other than the tax bill.
So
no, it's not.
Yeah. So if I get this, because I'm going on 3 appointments tomorrow, and I don't have $1 million. I probably have enough to buy it and then put some money into it and rent it out. If I get you to, if you can sign it, then I can cancel these other appointments, and we can kind of, I can make this my number 1 priority. Would that be something you could possibly do today?
Can you give me an hour to think about it?
I really...
With that...
I
know you're a businessman, and I just... I need to... Okay. But I want enough time to move. I've got to find something else to buy.
Well, I'll write in there you get 45 days. You think that's...
Okay, that's awesome.
If I do that, can I email you? You think we can do that right now?
Yes.
Okay. Can you text me your email and I can send everything over, and then I can call you we can try to
Sure.
get this process going. Okay, I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Send me your email right now. I'll write it. I pay tax bill, and you get 45 days. Just so I can have that and I can tell, hey, this contract says I'm paying the tax bill. Let's get this going.
Okay, 45 days from close.
Yes, I'll write that. It'll be on the notes right there. I'll call you
Okay.
when I send it, and you can look at it. We can talk about it together.
Okay, great.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
So after that, I had another phone conversation with her, and we went through this contract through Dotloop. So Dotloop is interesting. That's what we use. You can use DocuSign or any other thing like that. But so we had the easy peasy purchase and sales agreement. I had the address there. Everything was written out perfectly. $90,000. I was going to pay up to $10,000 of her tax bill. She wanted 45 days. I gave her 60 days. And the agreement was on May 7th, May 2019. And I had her sign on the Dotloop. And that's it. So that's just a quick example of a virtual deal we did. I guess I got that mixed up, but an example of a deal is an example of a deal. So that's the virtual deal. That's it. Boom. So that was all the recording we kind of had on that end there. All right. And that was it. That was the live conversation. Let me know what you guys thought about that. I wanted to bring over some points I had on that deal. So yes, my analysis of it wasn't that good. I think one thing I really want to break down with this quote unquote live seller convo, that thing is I closed that deal before I had any YouTube channel. I had no YouTube presence, nothing. And the cool part about that was you saw how I was able to talk to sellers and kind of have conversations from there pretty good. It works, I think the number one thing Jason kind of like talked about it here. I sensed urgency on this deal. And I think that's the one thing you have to understand especially when I'm talking to these sellers is I sense the urgency there. When someone says that seller was very motivated to sell the property, they were smoking in it. And when they say I'm the first caller, first person I ever talked to them, I'm up in I'm up away. This is a virtual deal. That was a property that was a little far from where I lived. Especially during that time. So no, this was not bad. This was a virtual wholesaling deal. I'm pretty sure I did this one in Gainesville. This deal, $57,000. Because it's kind of when I was transitioning back. So I closed in Gainesville. I think I ended up staying. I was in Florida. I was in Port St. Lucie at the time, but I closed this over the phone. And the cool part about this virtual wholesaling is you can do it anywhere. And it's $57,000, probably a $40,000 assignment fee. We closed on 35, 30, but we closed on ourselves just because they had that tax situation. So a lot of the one thing I think guys understand is why did I sign at 90? Why didn't I try to attack them at 70? I was 19 years old, a little young and dumb, right? I was about a year and a half, 2 years ish in the business, and virtual wholesaling is tougher. I took the guaranteed $57,000 on this deal versus the potential $70K because she was hesitant on signing right there. That's the one thing I think everyone would understand. She was very hesitant to sign. So at 90, I knew I was going to make at least 50. I was like, I'd rather take the guaranteed 50. That's the way I think. I'd rather take the guaranteed 50 than push for 60 and potentially lose the whole deal. It's not worth it to me, especially as a college kid, right? That's what I took. I was making a lot less money back then. I'm just FYI. So a $50,000 deal to a guy making $500K a year at 19, definitely I'm not as risk adverse as a lot of y'all out there. Okay. I decided, you know what? I'm going to take it. So I think the number one thing you got to understand is the best approach I had here. I created fear with her. Now I had the fear and the urgency in my heart here. I'm like, oh shoot, I got to get this thing done. Right. But I think the one thing not a lot of people understand is if you act like they control the deal, you're going to lose out. I personally, in this deal, at 19 years old in 2019 here, I kind of flipped the script on them. And this was something that's not a lot of people do. But most wholesalers in this situation flip out. They legitimately flip out. They're like, oh my gosh, I got to get this done as quick as possible, right? I flipped it on them. I want the seller to sell to me. I want to be freaked out over me, right? Oh, I got to sell to you, Zach. And at that conversation, what did the seller do? What did the seller say? Think about that for a second. I will sell to you, I promise. Cut out every single person in that conversation in that deal. And it worked out very well for me. So I can tell you right now, straight up, on this real estate deal, it did very well because I told them, hey, I have 3 other appointments tomorrow. I will cancel them right now if we get it done today, right now. Should think about it for a second. Like, wait, I want to think about it. But hey, got these appointments. I can guarantee it right now. Or hey, it's a very advanced tactic that I used, but it's one that I think a lot of people should do. It's one we've taught on the channel before. And just showing guys, I've been doing these tactics in wholesaling for a very long time, guys. So 3 other appointments there, created that urgency. I spent some time building rapport before I really even got in the nitty gritty. I just kept asking questions and it worked very well. Definitely something I do recommend for y'all out here, but it worked very well for me. I mean, just remember, like, when a seller says something like this, like, I think one thing you have to understand, one thing that, like, it's very subtle the way they say it, but when you hear something like this, you have to go all out on it. And that is currently, hey, Mr. Seller, or, hey, Zach, you're the first caller. Like, I don't know. Like, when you hear that, you have to be urgent on there. The reason why you're losing out on these deals is because you're not doing that. And speed's everything, guys. I would cut it, like, to guarantee that deal versus trying to get that extra like 5-10 grand. It's not going to work. Like, you're going to make less money in the long term on there. And the way that conversation went, I was not going to get that deal signed that moment if I didn't. And this is virtual, right? Very saturated market, a lot less saturated in 2019. Now, I get it, but still very saturated market. And every seller gets 5 or 6. Like, most wholesalers only going to want 20K in that deal. I got 57. If I push it, they're going to go, another wholesaler is going to offer like 30,000 more than me, and I'm going to lose out on that deal. So I made that calculated decision. Not everyone does that. In this market, you kind of have to, and it worked out very well. I tried staying as cool, calm, and composed as I can talking to a seller. I'm a little different, like, when I'm actually just talking in person than I am behind, thousands of people watching me live. A little more pressure, but really, like, you got to stay cool and calm as a cucumber, like, especially when talking to these sellers. Luckily for me, I stayed very, very, very calm. And I think that's one thing that attributes to my success. Everyone knows I get really excited, jacked up talking about wholesaling, but like, when I'm talking to a seller, I'm chill. Like, I'm chilled out. So I want to see if anyone's got questions on that. And we basically bought it for 90, sold it for 167-ish. Had to pay that tax bill, but really, like, not much cost to it. I had a handyman kind of clean out all the junk out of it. But guys, I've been doing deals since 2017. Okay. Like, this ain't my first rodeo in this business. I do this business for real. I'm not here to go sell you a course. I'm here to show you guys. If you want to learn wholesaling, like how to wholesale for free, do all the stuff. Where is it? Go here. You got freewholesaling.com. All right. Go there. I'll learn this business for free. We like it. Let me know if you guys like the call. If you have any questions on the call, I'd love to break anything down, some nuances on it. I just feel like showing a live call for free and then having your questions on that call versus me just making a video on that phone conversation, be pretty cool. And these gurus, they don't want to do it. Like, they don't want to share it. So let's break it down. So Jason said, did you go able to close that one, Zach, or just wholesale? I'd ask because you said you had a handyman clean out. So I actually wholesale this one. Had a sticky tax situation. I just wanted to get it done. So me and Rick, we basically closed on that one. Made the most money off of it from there. So pretty good deal. It's pretty nice. I liked it. So we actually locked that deal up and it was a good deal. That's all I could say on it. It's pretty cool. I just love sharing the pre-YouTube Zach Ginn days when I was 19. I started the channel, I think, like 3-4 months after that call. But that was those fun times, But yeah, I would probably double close in that situation. Just with tax bill and everything, we decided to wholesale it. We thought the market was too high back then in 2019. Just imagine 3 years ago, like the difference between that. So appreciate it, guys. If you get any value, subscribe, follow me, do everything you can. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. The love and support you guys have been giving me lately has just been off the chain insane. So it means the world to me. So let's answer some questions today, from the people that want to help. So we're going to ask number one here, how do you calculate ARV after repair value? I recommend you actually look at the live I did, freewholesaling.com, all this fun jazz. I teach this business absolutely for free. So if you want to just go to freewholesaling.com, it technically is all in there. But basically, we calculate ARV by finding basically comps. We look at comparables around the area, similar square feet, everything. The whole thing on there is taught in freewholesaling.com, and we'll break it down. Let's see. I'm 90% sure this was a cold calling lead. I got to go back and look. We still haven't the podium. I'm pretty sure that was a cold calling lead. And the buyer was on the MLS on that one. So Nero explains, how do you explain a wholesale to me? So this is actually a pretty good question. So we'll break down what a wholesale is. So basically a wholesale it's like wholesaling, except you close on the deal and then you actually go out here and sell the deal on the market. You actually buy it and then you put maybe $1,000 to $2,000 into it and then you basically throw it on the market, kind of like what we did there. Oh yeah. It was about, pretty sure it was 2 or 3 months. So I think it was a little after the 60 days. We got an extension on it because they needed more time to move out. But it was not 45. It was definitely 60. So we had to extend that. That one took forever to close, but they needed time to move out. And you gotta actually help the sellers out. You actually have to be personable with the sellers and actually talk to them, help them out. It's always me the best. Louis says, do you still do your inspection the first 2 weeks or closure since it's 60 days out? If it's 60 days out, I'm going to do 60 days, 45 days. I like to have a 30-day inspection period, 45 if you're newer. That's generally like how I like it. Jason said, do you do good double close? I already answered that one. Let's see here. Cujo, I'm trying to be the first person in my family to make 6 figures. Everyone else in my family works a 9 to 5, and I can't imagine doing that. I hate the thought of it, and I want to be financial free. Like, if you're ready to go out here, like, change your life, like, wholesaling real estate is the answer. It baffles me when people go out here and they say, oh, do this side hustle, guys. Wholesaling real estate is the best one. I have not found one that is better. Wholesaling real estate is the answer. It blows me away that like people don't like wholesaling. It's insane. Wholesaling is the best, and you're in the right place. Go to freewholesaling.com. Teach this business for free. We show you exactly how to do it the right way. It is the answer. And everything's a risk at a point. A lot of people don't have the confidence to go out here and call a seller right now, and that's probably going to be one of the biggest issues people are going to have. You want to start changing your life today, guys and gals, you're going to have to actually go out here and start doing it. Like, the action's hard. I get it, but you got to take the action, guys. Like, it's just, everything in life's a risk. And I always imagine what my life would be like if I never did wholesaling real estate. And that would have been the biggest risk, just staying at where I was before. It's a scary world out there, guys. Like, everything I've done, like all the success in my life has all been through risk. Guys, you got to do it, man. Like, it is worth it. Facts, everything's risky, bro. You got to go for it. Commit it, figure it out later. The great Jim Rome always said, life is the riskiest thing, but you never get out alive. And that's always something that like stay true to me. Life is so risky, you're never getting out alive. So like, why care? That was a pretty good one. So Facebook user, what is up, says, what do I say to the seller when I bring up that I'm typing up the contract and going to send it to them to sign? So this video actually called them back when I had the dot loop already signed. You can use DocuSign, whatever, like virtual wholesaling type service you want. Generally, I would say you stay on the phone. That's what we teach your guys now. A little rebel back then, right? But stay on the phone now while you have it all set up, and you should have a template done. So it's pretty simple for you to do. Would you let those fears stay? No, never. Never going to let that happen, right? Belayton says, so do you already have a buyer out there for the house before you close the deal? 99% of the times, yes, I do. I always have a buyer set up for this one. Yeah, I closed out knowing the tax bill was. I think it was around 5 to 10,000. I knew it was like 3 years behind. So like, I generally know the value of the property. It like if I bought it for 90, like it's not an insane amount. Yeah. Once you lock it up, she won't even talk to any other buyers. She'll just say it's under contract, end of convo. Like that's, and I can always reduce it if I had to. I don't prefer doing that. It's not my favorite to do, but I could do that, right? And it works a lot. It works pretty well. So I like it. I love how it was conversationally built rapport. That's generally how, like, I just be a regular person. I think it's so crazy, these gurus out here. Like, they sound so fake. It's annoying. They want to be like the perfect schmancy type person. If you could take anything from that phone call that I did live there here, I had a lot of ums. I had a lot of buts. I was 19, whatever, right? It's probably tired. It's probably up all night studying. But you got to understand, like, I wasn't perfect on that. I was far from perfect on that conversation. I think my voice is a little more high squeaker, a little squeakier. I was a lot younger, and it didn't change the fact that I got the deal done and made $57,000. It's not. You can't be perfect on, like, you're not going to be perfect on your cold calling. Imperfect action is going to be perfection every single time because you can do more. It is better to do 1,000 non-perfect calls that are decent than do 5 perfect calls, right? And at the end of the day, that's it. So you just have to be genuine with these people. Be a person of your word. Say, if I'm going to buy, I'm going to buy it, and go above and beyond for the seller. Guys, like, that is the point of success here. And not a lot of people like doing it, like talking about it, but that is what it takes to have success. These people telling you have to have these perfect conversations. You have to, use my script, guys. I'm not using it. Like, I'm just having conversation, and I let it flow naturally. That's where a lot of people get it wrong. Zach, why didn't you get nervous about saying that she needs time to think? I thought when sellers do that, they're not motivated. She said she wanted a day to think about it, and I have never done this like once. Like, this is just not who I am. I don't believe in it, and I don't do it. You and your guru might think differently, but I think this is just who I am as a person. I tell everyone to do this, but the seller here, when they say they need time to think about it, I'll try to push them to sign, but like, I'm not going to force them or give them an ultimatum to a point. I'll push them in the right direction that I want them to be in, but like, I'm not here to force somebody to sign something. It's a yin and a yang. Like, if I go too hard on the forcing, I'm going to lose the deal. But if I don't go hard enough, I'm going to lose that deal also. It's a push and a pull, how much push you can do and how much pull in the conversation. And that's really like how you're going to be figuring this out. I figured out it's a little bit of the honey, a little bit of the vinegar, right? I'm trying to be sweet enough, but also trying to push the conversation more and more into this. And it'll help you a lot more. If you sound nervous, you're going to lose out in the conversation. At that point, I've done probably 100 deals at 19 and 1,000 by about 22 right now. I had enough experience in, like, not being nervous with that. A lot of people do, that's not a problem, like, no sweat off their back. But, like, if I didn't get the deal, it's not like my life's not over, and that's kind of the non-nervousness, the chillaxing I got to a point where it helps. I found deals, even negotiated price, and had a possible 50K profit, but I was too scared to actually go through it and never responded to the seller. So you just got to take action, man. Like I can say it a million times, just take action. Will that tax be paid at closing? At closing, yes. And close that deal like a fourth quarter buzzer beater. Oh yeah, not like the Heat lately, but feeling confident tonight. We'll see. But I got Damian Lillard at that buzzer beater he had for the Trailblazers like years back. Oh my gosh, that was cold. But guys, for like every conversation like that, I'll have another conversation where I do that and it doesn't do well. Does that mean I'm bad? It's like this is a bad example, but I'll kind of explain this. It's sort of like, stand-up comedy to a point. I make a joke in front of like a crowd. Maybe the joke doesn't go well. Like have you talked to friends and you've said a joke and they're just laughing like it's the rolling off the floor, and then maybe you say that joke somewhere else and it just completely bombs. Maybe it's the wrong audience you're saying it at, or maybe it's your tonality, or it's just like, hey, sometimes the person just didn't accept the joke, right? Like that's something a lot of people got to understand, especially when talking to sellers and like closing. Like I've done this closing line before where I said I have 3 points to like go on them. I got enough time on my hands. Like, don't worry about it. And hey, it bombs, right? Most of the time it does well. So that's why I always do that approach. But for a lot of people, like that approach might not do well, right? And you just got to make that decision for you and yourself and your family. But I can tell you right now, it's all in your tonality and how you do it. And I kind of sense them. They're kind of calm. They seem a little nervous on the phone. So I want to kind of disarm them, make sure they didn't feel nervous, especially talk to them. So it worked pretty well for me. Was that a lead from Bandit Signs? No. Cold calling lead. Is there anything on that call that you'd want to change it? Oh my gosh. Here's the thing. Like if my acquisitions person, like they do calls like that all the time. And obviously you can improve every call you do. It's like me going after here and doing a conversation about like I can improve on this live, right? Like I can improve on everything. I'm not perfect. I'll always make a mistake on a call. I'll make a mistake. I always make mistakes. The thing is, it's the pursuit of it. I think it's the goal, the pursuit of being perfect, not being perfect. And that's the way I kind of look at these conversations. So no, I was not perfect there. To a point, what I'd change is I would probably say less ums. I might have tried to get a 15K reduction on there, see if they budged, and then gone from there. I didn't really use too much good cop, bad cop, because I was right when I was starting working with Rick. So I probably would have stayed on the phone the entire conversation and have it signed. I think that was it. I could have lost that deal doing it, but I think overall, I wouldn't really want to change anything on there. I think it worked pretty well. And yeah, hey, like it worked out. I'm not too upset with it. I'm pretty proud of it. And it works pretty well for acquisitions agents. So yeah. Yeah, you got to set up the urgency there. It works really well. Alex wants to know what's the best way to JV. Probably email. Like we're taking a lot of emails right now for the wholesaling challenge for June. It's www.flipthrift.com/June if you want to be part of the challenge, win some free PropStream, merch, all that fun jazz. We'll go a little hard in the paint on that when the time goes. I kind of made that announcement already. So no other guru does it. I know some gurus are going to do some stupid, insane challenge for June. That's like dumb. But, we announced the challenge first. So let's see here. Zach, would it be good to keep them on the phone while you're sending? Yes. And I would walk them through the signing. I got pictures from them after that phone conversation. That was like a 45-minute conversation trying to get them to answer the phone. So I didn't include that. They were not as tech savvy as I thought, but I made it seem pretty good, Oh, also, I said the word contract in there. I should have said the word agreement. Is one thing I'd always change on there. But like, I mean, you got to be perfect, right? So I do it. Smooth, calm. That's the point, Moses, you got to master that phone, bro. Like you got to master it, Mastering the phone is what it's all about. So yes, set that urgency. Well, wish all sellers were as understanding as her. LOL. You got to go through a bunch of sellers to get there. She folded easy. Hey, she might have folded easy. She might not. The question is, would you have closed that person when you talked to them? A lot of people are confident with it. The sellers are out there. You just got to do it. But that person did not want to close that day. We kind of went, I got 3 other appointments. Like it took a lot of experience to get to that point. And yeah, make sure you can do some of that. But is the contractor the real end buyer? I set it up for a wholesale, obviously, because I didn't know what I was going to do with it. But I ended up closing it myself, so it all worked out fine. Awesome report, taking massive notes. That's awesome. This is great. Nobody does it. Appreciate that. Try to do some crazy stuff in wholesaling, stuff that no one else is doing, but it works out pretty well. Cujo, what is up, bro? New to the channel, 19 years old. For the past 3 months, I've been researching and storing as much info as possible in wholesaling, but I'm too scared to put someone under contract with the deal. Any advice, Zach? You need to come on the one-on-ones tomorrow. I'd love to have a conversation with you on this one. And let's talk. Let's get to the root why you're nervous. I don't think you're nervous to make money. I don't think you're nervous to change your life. We got to go to the real root of why you're nervous. Hop on tomorrow. Cujo, I want to see you make the commitment you're going to hop on tomorrow. And if you are, I'll talk to you one-on-one tomorrow, Thursday. And hey, you can talk to Rick on Fridays, right? We'll see what we can do there. But yeah. Oh yeah, we cut the fluff there. Hey Zach, is the most live interaction on Facebook or YouTube. Most people are on Flip with Rick on YouTube. Second most is Ginn on YouTube, and then Wholesaling House Real Facebook group, and then on my personal Ginn Facebook. That's where it's at. But yeah, favorite Biggie and Tupac song. I mean, that's a tough one. I would say Hit 'Em Up from Tupac. And it's Juicy or Hypnotize. Like I'm trying to think which one's better. I'd say Hypnotize. No, Juicy. If I'm in a car, I'd say Juicy. Yeah. Some other good ones. California Love's good. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna let anyone pick. That's the one I like, and I'll stick to that one. It's a tough one, Let's see which one. Let's see here. Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's go. Best intro ever. Get out of bed. Let's go. Great to see you. Great to see you. Grateful for what you teach. I'm telling you right now, like a lot of people are very grateful for what we teach. A lot of people aren't, What I can tell you right now is, I don't think of the name of the song. Don. Okay. I thought that was an album. Never mind. But I forgot. Running. That I had that song into my tongue. I don't know the exact song. They made it for the movie. Running's probably top 3 for me. Like them two. Like that's the only song they're together, but that's kind of like after he passed away. So we're not getting into it. But that energy, love it. Yeah, Hit 'Em Up with the Gurus. That's just who I imagine he's talking about, But appreciate it, guys. Love it, love it, love it. What time is it? It is currently 5. I'll just do the time.gov. It's 5:50 right now. So I got to flex on a guru real quick on my live stream, So you're going to cut a question here, how much money do you need starting out in wholesaling? And this is always a great one. You need $0. Everyone's like, no, you need money for. No, you don't. Like, if you go drive for dollars or walk for dollars, do it for free. Cold call and Google Voice, like, right? So time.gov, I know there's like a 30-second delay on there, 15-second, but that's basically it. Let's see here. So we got money. What is up? Let's get this money. Thank you, of course. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. That's it, guys. Like, make sure you like this video, subscribe. Let's kind of get this. Guys, get the guru some acting class. Guys, I've said it before, and I will say it again. You know, these gurus are so bad. Like, the amount of fakeness you hear from their voice. Hey, guys, what's up? Like, you see the fake eye thing. It just, you're going to talk to someone naturally over the phone. They talk like that. It's so, like, they need to take acting classes. They're so boring. So boring. I go to sleep every time I hear, like, I hear their voice. I'm like, I go to sleep, you know, like there's no personality. They have bosses that they actually have to talk to. A lot of these gurus actually don't own their coaching programs. They're owned by their bosses, quote unquote, that actually own that. I'm saying too much, but just FYI, me and Rick, we own these TV. Like we everything we do, we own, because we don't charge you anything. So like I don't have a boss, you know. Not talking about anyone, but like a lot of these people, I'm just like, you know, like they don't own their stuff. They're legit owned by like other corporations. It's kind of funny. They're legit actors. It's just funny, but I always get in trouble for saying that, but I don't really care, you know. But it's funny. Like I already told everyone, like I got offered me and Rick offered to be on a TV show, big network. And they said, okay, to be on this network, you can't say this or this on your YouTube channel. You actually can't post any deals you do. And you also can't do this or this or that. Think about this for a second, guys. A lot of people don't post their deals anymore. And it's these gurus, you know, and they're all fake. They're all ridiculous. Everything they post, if they do a deal, it actually has to go through the network, and the network has to, or the company, their boss has to go and say, you know what? I don't like that. No, you can't post that, or you can't post this or this or that. It's bad for our brand. So just FYI, this is ridiculous. So we're getting a lot of, if someone's saying the website's not working, just go to the YouTube and then just go to the description. Just go to freewholesaling.com. If it's not working for you, just go to freewholesaling.com. It'll all work on there, but I don't get my guru rant too much. But I'm telling you, like, they're all fake. They all got bosses. I know why they're boring. They don't really need acting classes just because their bosses tell them they can't say this. Their boss legit doesn't let them say certain things. So it's funny. Some people are real, you know, but they're actually not. It's just, I'm not going to get into it. Okay. 20 years old, just started my wholesaling journey, but going through your free program and my issue of not knowing what properties are to beat up and try to find the right property. Go after government lists. They're going to be hands down the best one for you. If you want to learn it, freewholesaling.com. We teach the exact thing on here. But it just, I don't know why, like if someone comes to me and say, I don't know what to do, like most of your questions are going to be answered at freewholesaling.com, FREE wholesaling.com. Go to Flip with Rick on YouTube, Zach in on YouTube. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, you're already there. Talk to my Facebook people and all my other fam out here watching. But new to wholesaling, try to soak it all up. Any advice for where I'm at and stuff from anybody willing to teach them all for it. Thank you for what you do. Seth, I want to get this through your head in the nicest way possible. If you are brand new, you should be obligated to go talk to me one-on-one. Okay? You have to go talk to me one-on-one. Everyone, is the course free? Guys, go to freewholesaling.com. I wouldn't buy the domain freewholesaling.com if it wasn't going to be a free course. Okay? Is this a in real life local? The course is for virtual and in person. It teaches you both, just for every single person on here. So if you're brand new, you should go to freewholesaling.com. In freewholesaling.com, there's a link to go join the Facebook group. It's Wholesaling Houses for Real. It is the largest wholesaling Facebook group in the country by active members. To say that next year, I'll just say the biggest one, but by active members, it's the biggest one. And on Wednesdays and Thursdays, on there, I pin the link on it's pinned on the top. You just go to the group, pin it, and you can talk to me one-on-one. I post about 3 or 4 hours before we actually go live. And you can talk to me one-on-one absolutely for free. I don't charge for it. Ask anyone in the comments. All right. Ask Jason, for example. All right. I think I've talked to Jason probably 10, 15 times. No, 5 to 6. I've helped him on live deals he's doing and everything, telling you guys right now, I teach this business for real. I'm here to help. Getting us here. Heat game 5 prediction. I'm going to say the Heat win by 11. It's going to be a 2-point game to last a minute, and then Jimmy Butler's going to go nuts. That's my prediction because that's what the Heat are going to do. Oops. But if you're brand new in this business right now, I have to tell you, you are crazy for not taking the opportunity I'm doing right now. I'm saying this humbly, okay? This is my prediction, and I'm saying this in the sweetest way. I teach this business absolutely for free, okay? The demand for free wholesaling content is just going to keep going up because of how bad and fake these gurus are. Every video we put out now gets more and more views. Eventually, we're going to be at the point where we have like thousands of people wanting to join the one-on-ones, and you're probably not going to be able to talk to me one-on-one. It probably the next 4 or 5 years. I'm the only wholesaling YouTube channel out here, me and Rick. We have a time horizon where I'm not looking to make an exit from a company of selling coaching, right? Like I don't sell coaching. This channel, God willing, will be on YouTube, will be active for the next 22. Hopefully, if Neuralink works 100 years, I should be going live for the next 100 years, hopefully. If they can put my memories in or you put your brain in a computer, maybe forever, right? But for theoretically the next 80 years conservatively, I should be doing wholesaling videos on YouTube live, okay? This is not going to be a finance channel. We're not going to talk about Zach Coin. We're not going into we're not doing crazy stupid stuff, okay? We're not doing I have to say this with a keyword. Guys, you've already seen me. I talk about wholesaling on this channel because that's what I know. That's what I'm good at. That's what makes people money. That's what changes lives. I'm not talking about TFNs, okay? I'm not going to make a TFN for wholesaling. It's ridiculous right now to do that. I don't sell you stuff. I'm not trying to do a cash grab for you guys. I just teach wholesaling real estate, and that's what I do on this channel. Okay, it's ridiculous on here. The amount of gurus that are trying to do this crazy stuff. But if you're brand new, you got to hop on because you will not have this opportunity for very long. There's going to be, tell you right now, 3 to 4 years, it's going to be very hard to even talk to me one-on-one. It's already impossible to talk to me on the DMs. I think a year ago, I was able to answer every single DM every single day because I got 5. It's pretty easy to do. Now I'm 5 an hour on every channel. So 5 an hour on Flip with Rick, 5 an hour on Zach Ginn, then 5 an hour on my Facebook. That's what's 15 times 20. It's 200 a day. It gets impossible to a point. Same with the comments. I still answer all the YouTube comments. It just takes me forever to get them done. Luckily, I was just chilling in a car for 2 hours on Sunday, so I was able to get through most of them. But yeah, we're still getting through them. But that's what we're talking about today. So let's answer some more questions here. The gurus always make me go crazy, but I always rant. But y'all know that. Public records. Please tell me the best route for free public records pre-foreclosures. Whatever county is in Sacramento, I would go to the clerk of the court and ask. Freewholesaling.com shows you. Yes, I'm absolutely grateful for the channel. All right, Biggie's, he thinks he's better. Give me the loot always sets me up before I hit the phones. Pretty good song. I'm telling you right now, just the McGregor walkout song, has goated hypnotized, I think, for me. I always get jacked up hearing that ever since I was a kid. But I'm not going to say who's better. They're both amazing in their own, in their both ways. You know, we're not going to break that down. But does he see the chat? I do not see the chat. I can't even see this comment right now. Oh my gosh. So I'm getting some people in here asking, how does this work? Go to YouTube channel, talk to me one-on-one there. Go to freewholesaling.com. And I teach you absolutely all for free there. Like, that's it. Changes is good. Watching this at work, my last day here, quit to wholesale full time. And I have my savings to live 9 months. Hey, Ariane, you got this then. Like, you're taking action. Let's get it. Need LLC to wholesale? No, you don't. I would say at least get 2 deals. Zach plays hit him up while he's on cold calls. Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? Come on. Besh just has a rider. So we got Maleo Mexicans upset that I'm not personally talking to him one-on-one right now. Sorry, buddy. Hop on the YouTube, showing exactly how to do it, then talk to me. He knows what to do. Just gotta block this. Oh, blocked. All right, cool. They didn't do a ton of no. But they edited some after there. Okay, that's a good one. You're a New Yorker. I think I know which one you like, but I'm not going to say that for the algorithm because I know they don't like it, but Juicy, oh yeah. All right, 100% down. Bro, I will see you tomorrow then. I will be expecting it, okay? If I don't see you tomorrow, be upset, all right? So good question here. Any tips to overcome the fear of cold calling? So let's see here. All right, so how to get over the fear of cold calling? There's a lot of ways to get over the quote-unquote fear of cold calling. The number one to get over your fear of cold calling, take action. That's it. Okay, guys and gals. You're going to have to actually go out here and take action in your business. Now, I know a lot of people are, I'm not going to say fearful, but they're very, very nervous, especially starting out in this business. And a lot of those nerves come from a wide array of things. I can tell you right now. So number one, it is a fear of not knowing what's going to be the end of that conversation. This is why you lose a lot of wholesaling real estate deals. It's because you have a fear of what's going to happen. Is the seller going to curse me out? Are they going to say something mean, right? Are they going to make fun of me? Are they make fun of my accent, right? There's a lot of fear a lot of people get from this. And I get it. I think a lot of people, especially right now, when they're calling, and if they actually truly understood the flow of where that conversation can go, what I mean by this, if they understand when you're cold calling somebody, that seller, worst thing they're going to say is, you're ugly and get off the phone from me. Like, that's pretty much it. They might call you some word. They might make sounds out of their mouth, right? But like, it's just noise to a point. Like, you don't hear it, right? It shouldn't affect you. And at the end of the day, I've always said this, and I've said every single time. The only thing that matters is what your mama thinks about you. If she thinks you're cool, well, like, what else you gotta be like? Who cares what everyone else has to think? And I generally come from that mindset. My mom thinks I'm kind of cool, so she thinks I'm awesome. She thinks I'm cool. So why would I care what Johnny 4644 thinks about me on the internet? And that's the easiest one. But like, why would you care what a seller who's like probably in a bad mood right now? I think we've all been in bad moods. I mean, if you're a human being and you're over the age of 15, you've probably been in a situation where you're just in a bad mood, right? We've all been in bad moods. So if you're calling someone, in a bad time, right? You're going to catch them at a rough spot in their life, and they're probably going to say something they will probably regret, or they'd say in a nicer situation. So you just got to look at it from that perspective. You got to feel bad for people that say something mean to you. And it doesn't, like, guys, you've seen me go live on these cold calls and see people just attack me on these calls, say mean things. It's just, I don't like, it's numb. I just get numb to it. Like, it doesn't matter, And that's the way you guys got to look at it. Someone says, I wish I had a mom. So I have another saying I always look at. If that's your case, sorry to hear that. If your dog thinks you're cool, you know, my dog thinks I'm pretty cool, you know, he thinks I'm a cool dude. So what I tell you right now is if your dog thinks you're cool, you're fine. Okay. I have to be honest at this moment. She says to give her an hour, I would drop the ball. That was great by making her feel important. Yeah, of course. Say you're going to be busy too, right? And that's one other thing you got to understand. But hey, if your dog thinks you're cool, you know, who cares what anyone else has to say, right? And that's the way I look at it. Cold calling while listening. Awesome, Marvin. Appreciate it. Keep it up, bro. Keep the calling going. Love it. Should upload the entire call. Love to hear the 45 minutes. Oh. Is more of, I didn't get the email. Did you get the email? Let me send it again. Oh, let me send it again. What's the email again? Huh? Can you text it to me? Is this the right one? What? Who? Huh? Like, I probably should. Probably work. I'll work on it. All right. So it ranges. So I would say roughly 5 to 7, like in-person market, probably another 3, probably 10 overall. And then probably 4 or 5 JV deals. Nothing insane, but like my average is 40, 50K on it. Like I'm not upset, you know. Like I'm not this guy telling you I'm doing $50 million a week in wholesaling. Okay. Like I see somebody who said they're doing, like I see people like, oh, I'm making $10 million. I'm making $10 million a month in wholesaling. Like that's cool, bro. That's a cool story. I hear you saying that. And then I love when people say they do this much in wholesaling and then they have fake Instagram followers. That just shows you the insecurity on these people of how they're not legitimately running a real operation. That's my favorite part. If you're faking your Instagram followers, whatever you say out of your mouth, I don't believe. Okay. That already means you're insecure. Okay. It's stupid. So there's girls out here I've seen say I'm doing 10 million a month and 95% of the followers are fake. I got the charts. I can prove it, but I'm not going to get petty right now, but I can tell you, I've seen it all the time and you'll be shocked. The amount of people. So I go to that Zach, how do you only have 10,000 people follow you on Instagram? I'm like, and then 5,000 your other one. I'm like, because I don't fake the followers. You know, like I think it's stupid, right? People are like, Zach, how do you have more views with the amount of subscribers you have than anyone else? And I'm like, with like your subscriber, because I'm like, I don't fake my numbers. Everyone's so fake. It's disgusting. It's the fakeness in this industry. That's why y'all need acting classes. Y'all got to learn how to actually run this business for real. As someone who's just starting out, David says, should I have a buyer ready for my first deal or get the contract first and the buyer will come after that? That's what I could tell you. I learned wholesaling in under a month. We have a guy, Ben. I don't know if Ben's watching. He always hops on one. Like he started taking action like 3-4 days into it and got his first contract like pretty quick. I think he's closing on a deal. That's it. Mo says, have you ever cringed at your old cold call since you're on another level? Bro, I cringed at the cold call today. Okay. It's just a different time, you know. I do different things, but I think enough time has passed since then that it's fine for me. No, I don't cringe at it. You know, I don't think it was that bad. Now, I can't watch videos I've done in the past. Sometimes that cringes me out. Just some of the videos I've done in the past, but I have my early YouTube videos. Oh my gosh. If you sort on Flip with Rick by my oldest videos, I cringe hard on that. That's some rough stuff, but Aaron says, got my teeth kicked in today, Zach. Love to hear positive from you. Still haven't closed deal. Keep it up, bro. Telling you right now. Keep it up. How do you find a buyer for that deal? MLS on that one. Giovanni says 2020, I had a house under contract, but was not able to close because I didn't have a buyer's list, but I was running into absentee house after one house. I lost motivation. Bro, I can't motivate you. Like you have to be in a situation in your life where you have to take action. And that's going to be the honest truth. I think a lot of people get this wrong to a point, and I don't know why, but you have to be in a point in your life where you need to start taking action. And maybe you have to be in a financial place where you have to take action and you become so broke where you actually have to start doing it. I prefer you go in a situation where you start doing it now before you get to that point. But that's always up to you. Tupac, a big guy. I'm not going to answer it. I have a slight preference, but I'm not going to tell anyone because I don't want to disrespect. He's the greats. Call him equal. What formula should I use for market with an average price of 550? 85%, I would say. Eric says, when pulling government lists, what if you virtually wholesale? Would you require you to be in state and get that information? What if the virtual wholesaling would you require to be in state? No, you can still call and get it. You should have no problem with that, though. Is Kansas City a good market? Oh, yeah. Kansas City is a great market, especially the Missouri side. Works well. And is the 10-day inspection period of business days be enough, or should I do 15? Do 30, man. I'm telling you right. Do 30 days. It's going to help you so much. All righty. Let's see here. YLO1312 says, I'm about to call a seller, hoping to find my first deal, and I'm stuck on what to say. Use my cold calling script. Like, that script works very, very well for wholesaling real estate, and it's the one I always tell everyone to do. What is my wholesaling real estate script? Numero uno, right? Are you the owner of the property? And number two, are you interested in selling the property? That is my script. I don't complicate it, So if you want to cold call a seller and talk to them, I always say these two things. Go to freewholesaling.com. I say the exact same thing. Are you the owner of the property? And are you looking to sell it? That's it. Like, it puts the stress of saying everything perfectly off your shoulders. It takes the stress of just saying everything perfectly off your shoulders. A lot of the stress in this business, especially in wholesaling real estate, gets put off and stopped, especially when you go actually out here and you start figuring out pretty quick, like, whoa, I don't have to be perfect on my phone conversations. And that's why I wanted to reveal it today on here, is I just wanted to get that out, because we're working in our business right now. I'm just kind of doing the onboarding training a little more. This is shocking for most people, but I am not a guru. I'm not a full-time guru. I don't spend 8 hours a day on a Zoom with students that pay me $5-10 grand to learn this business. I actually legitimately run a real estate wholesaling operation. I make all of my money from running a real estate wholesaling operation. So I don't have to go out here and be a guru, because I wholesale real estate for real. I'm not a fake real estate wholesaler. I do this business for real. Okay. I don't fake it. I teach it for real. And I'm not a dirty, stinking guru. Okay. I teach it for real. And that's what I like doing. So I don't have like 15 hours to do these Zooms with y'all. Okay. I just do this business for real. I dedicate 8 hours a week to this business. I dedicate about 8 hours a week to wholesaling real estate, to a point than my other businesses. And then I basically dedicate another 8 hours to the YouTube channel and basically my social medias and stuff. So that's 2 hours on Tuesdays, 2 hours on Wednesdays, and then 2 hours on Thursdays. And then like an extra hour recording videos, and then like an extra hour if I want to like make the thumbnails and stuff for you guys. So maybe like 8 hours a week, I'll do this channel and like lives and stuff like that. It's kind of a hobby to me. Some people play video games an hour a day. I'll do this, right? And that's it. Like the only one of the biggest issues I have on having a YouTube channel is like, I have to go out here on May 7th, and I had to go watch the Doctor Strange movie because I knew some stupid person in this comment is going to spoil it for me. So I have to go watch all these Marvel movies like right when they release, because I know someone on these lives are going to actually go out here and spoil it for me. So I think that's the only problem I've ever had with this channel, is y'all a bunch of spoilers. I can't record a sports game and then go live. I have to watch it live because y'all say in the comments and y'all say spoilers on movies. So I think that's the only issue I ever had with this. I don't care about the haters. It's just, y'all spoiling the Marvel movies. Drives me crazy. Batman, had to go out here and watch it. Like, drive me crazy. David says, for a beginner, should I have a buyer ready or should I worry about finding buyers? Get the contract first, and you can use that contract as leverage to find a cash buyer. So keep it up. Everyone, go to the bio and look at the YouTube channel. So we got, trying to see this. Go to, sorry guys, we're live on TikTok also. We've got 80 people on TikTok watching. We got a lot of people on all the social medias watching. It's kind of insane. But yeah. C-Note! First deal under contract. Woo! Let's go. Oh my gosh. Let's get it, guys. No, I don't have any templates, but first deal. Let's go, bro. Let me know how you got this deal. I want all the info on that one. Yeah. Guys, go to Flip with Rick and Zach in on YouTube. Go to the bio for it, freewholesaling.com. That's where it's all at. What's differently stated on the contract and buyer contract if you're double closing? I love the backdrop. Thanks, Evans. So the end buyer contract. So we have two contracts in wholesaling real estate. We have the purchase and sale is me buying the house, right? Me agreeing to buy the house. And the assignment of contract, basically what the quote here, the end buyer contract. The end buyer contract right here is the contract of me selling the piece of paper. So I make a purchase and sale agreement and then a piece of paper selling the piece of paper. The best way I can explain that is, let's do something simple. For example, here, I'll get, here's a book, right? Zig Ziglar's Secrets of Closing the Sale. Great book. This book was written in, I got to be careful with this thing. It's one of Rick's old books. 1982. Classic Zig Ziglar salesperson book. The Love Close, the Tight One Close. These are old school books. I love these things. The Answer in Advance, the 16 question clauses. I'll give one example in this book because I'm going to use this, but I love this book, guys. One thing Zig Ziglar, this is 1982. When we install the equipment, would he like for me to demonstrate the major features then? You have to put in the person's head that you're already closed the sale. Like, this is a book from 1982. I love it when someone says, I invented this closing method, this method of marketing. Guys, Rick has so many of these older style books. We got a picture of him. Here's Zig Ziglar. Rest in peace to that guy. Amazing dude. You see how old this book is. But there's so many old books on closing, especially. We have How Real Estate Fortunes Are Made from the 70s. I think that book. And that talks about subject to, pretty sure wholesaling's in there, real estate investing, all the marketing strategy. Like, this stuff's old, guys. Okay. Like, no guru invented this stuff. But let's say I want to buy this book. Okay. From Evans. All right. So I say, Evans, you're looking to buy this book? He says, yes. And so he writes up a piece of paper, say, I agree to buy Zach Ginn's Zig Ziglar book. Okay. For $5. I'm like, okay. That's a purchase and sale to buy this book. Okay. Now he goes to a guru and that guru wants to buy this thing for $10 and he's going to make a whole course on this, right? He's going to copy it word for word, kind of what they do with me. And he says, you know what, Evans, I'm going to buy this for $10 from you. And then Evans is like, oh, that's a good profit, right? And so guess what's going to happen? Everyone's saying, oh, your website's not working. Go to freewholesaling.com. So what I tell you is he's going to write up a assignment of contract to sell the piece of paper, because that piece of paper is me agreeing to sell it to him for $5. He's just going to sell that to the guru. So now the guru's buying my house. Oh, terrible, right? For $10, he's going to give, at closing, he's going to give $10 to the title company. $5 goes to Evans, $5 goes to me. We're all happy. That's kind of how those things work. But just go to the YouTube channel, go to the description. All the links are in there. I'll change it. But freewholesaling.com. See where we're at. Where's my comment? Guys, we're getting so many amazing comments. I love it. So Charmaine says, when drawing for dollars, how do you find the owner's information? Thanks in advance. The best place to find the owner's info is technically the property appraiser website. That is going to be your best spot for finding it. So we are here. This is a great one. Are you a money spender, Zach? No. I'm not a big money spender. Well, okay. So I'll say this. I spend my money on investments, not on stupid stuff. Y'all see, I don't have a Gucci watch. I don't have a Rolly. Like I regular, like I just wear regular clothes. I don't. I try to humble myself to the ground. A lot of crazy people have done some insane stuff. And like you make billions of dollars. Like I'm not that flashy type person. I know what is the most valuable part of my life. And just, living a life that makes you happy and the life that takes care of your family, right? Like a lot of people go out here, try to get into wholesaling because, I want to make all this money. And the money's great, right? But like you need an underlining purpose for that money. The money can be a reason why you get into it, obviously, but you want the money for something, right? And, one thing that's like always in my head, which I think we never worry about, but like, we're like retiring your mom, like just take care of your mom. We had Mother's Day coming up. I think there's a lot of cool stuff people are thinking about, like your mom, your dad, like your parents. For most people, their mom, they help them. Like they would not be the person they are today without them, right? You wouldn't be alive without them, right? And you want to take care of them, right? Maybe buy them a house, buy them fancy stuff, buying a present, like stuff, like just spoil them, like they deserve it, right? And I think that's one thing, like I'll splurge, like just, spoiling my family, right? They deserve it, obviously. But I'm not a money spender. Like the fancy stuff, I'll just buy it for other people. Like I don't like it. It drives me crazy. Everyone's like, oh, Zach, what car you drive? I don't reveal stuff like, but like I've always tell everyone I drive a Ford F-150. That's what car I own. That's what car I drive. Okay. I flip houses. Okay. I like trucks. It's like, I don't get why, like, that's like a huge, like, oh my God, I drive a truck because I flip houses and I like boats. Okay. You, don't be hauling a huge center console in a Urus. All right. Telling you that right now. That Lambo can't tow a boat. So I don't like it, and that's kind of the way I look at it. So yeah, I'm a truck dude. I don't have the big lifted truck because I think it's stupid. But no, I'm not a big money spender, but all that money I save, I invest it, and that's one thing that I'm pretty good at. So that's what I like doing. Cody, what is up? How long does it take for a seller to get their money in, and what form will they receive it? 30 days, I would say, if you have a good cash buyer. That's probably the best one. Tupac and Bigot should be Rick and Zach. We're nowhere close to their level of change they've had in the world. But I implore everyone to look at one thing about Tupac. I don't think a lot of people know. I think it's pretty cool. Actually, I'll pull it up. Everyone thinks Thug Life is like a gangster type thing. Thug Life is an acronym. I think some people know it. Not a lot of people know it. So I'm trying to find the acronym for it. Where is it? Hold on. Yeah, it's one I wanted to share. I can't say the acronym. But it basically stands for the hate you give. Basically, it's a weird way he explained it, but it to a point. I can't say this over the air, but just look up what thug life means. It's more or less. It's not to support like a criminal life thing. It's basically showing you got to be positive and like no hate. I think that's a pretty cool message. I've learned from that. Not a lot of people know that to a point. They think it's like gangster. But like some of the real Tupac people know that. But it's kind of cool, you know, like you don't want to have some hate on there. But yeah, appreciate it, guys. I don't get too much in that, but like I get asked all the time about that. But yeah, it's just some cool stuff, you know. Hey Zach, I'd like to know what is a good deal. The ARV is 150. The buyer wants three. Wait. Hey Zach, I'd like to know what is good. The ARV is 150. The buyer wants 35 grand. 30 to 40. How much does the seller want to sell it for? That's my question to you. I got to look at how much the seller wants to sell it for. Do you want the MAO on that? The ARV is 150. It needs 40. That'd be 90, right? 90 times 83. 3 times 90. Oh, wait. Theoretically, you're at 63,000 there on a cash buyer. So they should be paying more for it, I would say. That's what I'm thinking. Seller wants to sell for 35. Oh, yeah. That seems like a good deal then. Let's pull up the numbers, though. Hold up. Let me show what I mean by this. Let me get my whiteboard. Sorry, I ain't got no... I ain't no guru. I don't have 6 people like behind me as my media people. I just do this, you know. Woo! We're getting fancy up in here, y'all. All right, let's do this real quick. I can. Let's see. Enhance, right? There we go. All right, let's break this down. So if you are, quote unquote, up here, if your ARV is 150, oh my God, what am I doing? Right? And let's say 45K. We're going to be nice. We're going to do 45,000. Is that 105? So ARV minus repairs is 105,000, right? That could be wrong. Who cares? All right, so we're going to multiply this by 83%. 0.83, right? Y'all can see that. So we're going to do 2. We're going to do conservative, and then we're going to do a little more aggressive. So just quick math here. 7-1. Just do this in blue. Seven. got 0.7. So, I mean, most people get their ARVs way too high, and that is obviously always an issue. But theoretically, with those numbers you gave me, the way we do it is ARVs 150 minus repairs is 105,000 is the value. Now, if ARVs under 120, I'd like to do 70%. But since you're kind of close to that 120, I kind of do like a conservative and then a more aggressive. So this one would be more aggressive. Whatever. Safe. I'll just put high side, right? Make it nicer. I'm not here to be a speller today. All right, tell everyone. I have a bachelor's degree, so I don't need to spell anymore. All right, aren't y'all happy on spelling tests? Those things I hated so much in school. I had the most stress I've ever been in my life was my second grade spelling test. Oh my gosh. When I started learning the word about in kindergarten, I was stressing over that too. Stressful stuff. A lot less stressful than wholesaling, I'll tell you that. Like about in first grade in kindergarten, oh my gosh, that was rough. I think I was a slower kid learning. But this is it. So basically what I can tell you is the high side 87,000 MAO, 73,000. So if they want 30K, I mean, theoretically, that looks really good, right? That's how much a cash buyer should theoretically pay. 73. I will tell you though, most wholesalers, they get their ARV very stupid high. They don't run the real numbers. And that's where a lot of them get in trouble. And that's why they never sell for this. Theoretically, you should be making 50K on this deal. If they want 30 for it, and then 43, but you're probably going to make 10 to 20. And then that means your ARV is too high. It kind of helps you it kind of helps you flip it. Like it kind of helps you like shift it up. So that's kind of our numbers there that I'm running here. Let's see here. Oops. All right, cool. All righty. But let me know if that's right. Those numbers work. All right, let's see here. See if these numbers were right. So should he offer? So here's the thing: should I offer 30K on this? You know that's the quote unquote question here. Yes, offer 30. That'll work. So y'all got this. This makes sense, right? 30,000 on this one, like that. Oh, that should work, right? What's up, Midnight? First live stream, and I found about a week ago. Just finished your course. Now I'm on that grind. Awesome. Appreciate it, bro. Keep up that grind. Let's go move this over real quick. You know we're not fancy. I'm the only one in the room right here. I got no guru media stat. Guys, you think if this economy ever hiccups, these gurus are done. Oh yeah. I don't know what these gurus are gonna do with all this. Their crazy sales staff. Rebecca said, Zach, I made a cold call on a customer, asked for my business name. I always say this, hey, we don't have a crazy business name. It's just ourselves. Like my name's like, I'd say this, hey, my name's Rebecca and I buy the house. You know, that's like, I'm just here to buy it. I think you'd be upfront and honest. Like honesty goes a long way in this business, and people can sense when you're lying or not. It'll help you out a lot. It says, "Hey Zach, how many wholesale deals per month do you close in today's market?" Around 10, and then maybe 5 plus JV deals there. But yeah, how do you pay? How do I pay JV deals? Will the entire check come from my hand or through the title company? If you do the assignment the right way, it should go like that. So Austin says, would you go higher than 83% if you're wholesaling to a buy and hold investor? No, keep it at 83. If your ARV is over 400 or 500K, I'd say 500K, you do 85%. 4 to 500, use 85%. Let's see here. I love spelling test. Yeah, that's good for you. Okay, good for you. You're probably the one that got the spelling test like really quick, and then stressed me out even more. No, we're not doing. I don't play that game. Corey says, Zach, I have a seller. I have a seller with 2 quadplexes and 20 slot trailer park on one massive lot. Wow, he wants to sell 1 quadplex. How can I approach this? Do you have to pay for a survey or have the cash buyer pay? So it depends on the type of quadplex. Yeah. If you're wholesaling it, I would probably have the cash buyer pay for it. Whiteboard. Y'all made me get the whiteboards out sometimes. Oh my gosh. Going all this week on wholesaling. Appreciate it. It's awesome. Hop on the lives one-on-ones, guys. You already know how to hop on them and talk to me. Let's see here. All right, David, what is up here? David says, hey, Zach, just found a super good lead, but she said she was already dealt with wholesalers. They've been messing around and wasting her time. What should I do? All right, so there's a lot of ways you can kind of go around this. In my honest opinion, I'd just be upfront that you have a part. You're probably going to work a cash buyer or a quote unquote partner on this one, and then go from like that. That's probably the best way you should be approaching it. Back to you owning a multifamily. Yeah. Well, theoretically, some. Like, I depends on what you're talking about multifamily, but like, oh yeah. I don't own a $5 billion multifamily complex with like 400 doors. Like, I don't own like those crazy big ones, but I got some good ones. I'm not gonna pique the interest of the IRS or anything. Let's see here. I pay my taxes. Don't worry. On purchase agreement, if the seller is married and you put both names on the contract of whoever's name is dead, I just put the heir, and then also I like to do on there is I do the heir number 1, and then I put the estate of sometimes. But maybe just the one heir and then go through the probate. It depends on your state though. Eric says, is it common for a seller to ever ask for proof of funds? If so, would you use your cash buyer? Will you mention to the cash buyer that using proof of funds for the seller? So it is common, to a point of a seller asking proof of funds if you are bad. If you are not sounding confident, not sounding like you know what you're doing, or you don't come from an authority figure, it will be common. It is never common usually for me, or usually people that do what I teach for wholesaling, to get quote unquote asked about the proof of funds all the time. It usually never happens. The reason why this never happens is because we're not ridiculous. Like when we're talking to ourselves, like we're just straight up and honest with it. We talk about us and our cash buyer. Well, I mean, us and our partner who is our cash buyer. But you should not have an issue with it. Hit that like button, y'all. Woo! Love it. Awesome. Let's see here. Oops. Austin, what is up? Got my first contract signed. The property's in good shape. Could I possibly sell to a conventional buyer? If you're wholesaling it, then no. Get a cash buyer. Don't get greedy with this one right now. The appraiser website is basically a website from your local county's property appraiser website. And the property appraiser website is going to show you, according to the government, who's the owner on record on the deed there. I'll help you out a lot there. Edwin says, my issue is not knowing what properties I should pass on due to too many issues and how to calculate what distress is too much. Brand new, hopefully I get a one-on-one. Yeah, talk to me one-on-one tomorrow. I can tell you straight up, most people their biggest issue in wholesaling real estate is not knowing this. You have to have your ARV right. Follow my formula. I have it at freewholesaling.com. I'll show you how to do it. Let's see. Is Arizona a good market? Outside of Phoenix, oh yeah. It works really well. Are you a fan of Grant's sales style? He's got a good sales style. His style is a lot different. I mean, he's selling coaching and other products, and obviously I'm not going to get that whole thing with him. But his sales style pretty much works. He's a little more aggressive than I like to be. But it's everyone's style to a point. Yeah. Zach, I'm comping this property. It's a 2 stories, but all the comps I can find are 1 story. Is there a way to compensate the number? Or I can't use the comps at all? You should have enough comps. What market are you in? Let me know. Let's see here. Zach, if you have a 30-day inspection period, can you close in 2 to 3 weeks if you already have a buyer? The way we write our contracts, if you go through freewholesaling.com, we kind of break it down, but it is, we agree to close on or before a certain date, and that's fine. The inspection period doesn't even matter to that point. Let's see here. I was going back and forth with the seller for a bit. I just needed to call them and hopefully cement the deal. If they're asking $375K for the property and a lot right next to it's 100% renovated house, should work out. It depends on the repairs though, but it should be working out. Edward says, just called my local county office to find probate list. I was told they don't give a list anymore and to do it online. What should I do? Give me the county and I guess I can pull it for you if you want. It just really depends from there. Zach, I'm working on a deal. The seller wants 35. I already answered that one. Let's see here. Closing a seller as we speak. Brandon, awesome, man. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Cool. Darwin says, hey, Zach, does the owner's name have to be on the county website if they just bought their property recently? No, usually about a month or 2 it takes. That's generally the rule of thumb of how long it takes for that to pop on. But each one's different to a point. Kazek was up. When you're requesting government lists, what do you tell them when they want? What do you tell them when they ask what do you need the list for? I always go from this perspective when I'm trying to pull a list. Hey, Mr. Seller, hey, whatever. I am trying. Oh, sorry. Hey, Mr. Government, right? I'm here to pull the code violation list, for example, right? Oh, what do you want that list for? I'm a private tax-paying citizen doing independent research. And if they push me, I can always say, oh, I'm just trying to see the disparity of zip codes when it comes in property addresses, see if certain neighborhoods are being attacked from this or not. You're just trying to if you have to, because sometimes you're doing your own independent research, right? But usually say I'm a private tax-paying citizen doing independent research. If you go by that line, you're going to be fine. Now, if you're like me, I'm 22. So everyone my age right now is graduating college. But I mean, you can still get away from it now technically, but say, hey, I'm a college student, or I just say if you're high schoolish, if you can pass for it, I probably a couple of years I can pass as a college student, right? So especially if I shaved. So what I can say is, hey, I'm a student and I'm doing independent research. Is that okay? If you go the student route, you're usually going to get a better chance of getting that done than not. But it is always different for other people. So just keep that in mind, guys and gals. Kale says, I just pulled tax delinquent list, but it's the Kansas side. LOL. Why is the Missouri side better? They're just more. I've just found more people doing better on the Missouri side. They both can work. One's non-disclosure, though. I know Kansas is a non-disclosure state. Porter says, hey, bro, I just found out your page. I'm beyond determined to get out of my 9 to 5. From your experience, what are some of the most valuable first steps? Porter, I commend you, first of all, for taking the action to actually hop on the lives and actually talking to me. A lot of people don't. So that is number one. You're asking questions. So that's the first thing. First of all, the most important step, go to freewholesaling.com and learn this, like legit, go to freewholesaling.com. That's step number one, Porter. That's going to be number one. Number two, once you get through freewholesaling.com, what I want you to do, talk to me tomorrow, Porter. All right. This is generally another rule of thumb. If you're too scared to talk to me one-on-one in person, you're going to be too scared to actually talk to a seller. And your chance of success is already going to be like this, zilch. Okay. So talk to me one-on-one is going to be fine. Like, you're not going to get, like, I'm not going to bite. I'm not here to judge. I kick anyone out that's judges. All right. So what I can tell you is, number one, go to freewholesaling.com, sign up there for free. Go to Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group. Oh, Zach, I don't have a Facebook. Get a Facebook. You're going to need that for wholesaling. Okay. Promise you right now. You want to find cash buyers, Facebook is the best way. Oh, but I don't like my privacy. Guys, you guys think you're like private online. The government's got everything on you. Okay. So just be public to a point. So go on there, get the link to talk to me one-on-one absolutely for free and start having some conversations with me. All right. Here, like I talk to me one-on-one. I'm going to kind of break down your market and see what's best for you. Most people driving for dollars are the best, but like some markets are different. So that would be probably the valuable first steps. Just have a conversation with me. I'll try to point in the right direction. Like Fernando, right? I talked to Fernando one-on-one, I'm about to close my first deal. We're set to close May 20th. Thank you for everything, Zach. Fernando, post that check in the group, man. We're all excited to see that. Fernando, actually, he's talked to me one-on-one. I think we've pointed him in the right direction, hopefully. I think we're pointing him in the right direction here. I'm pretty sure we taught Fernando for free, unless he's with a guru or whatever, but whatever. He's having success. So congrats, bro. Appreciate it, man. That's whoo. Let's go. Bro, you're taking steps. I told you Pensacola is good. I told you Pensacola is a good market, okay? Oh my gosh. Holy moly. So Dan has a good question here. I saw on one of Rick's videos about closing, he said that he doesn't give the seller more than 10 minutes to walk to the house. Might be hyperbolic, but how do you go about the inspections then? He's talking about the buyer. We don't let the buyer take more than 10 minutes because they don't really need more than 10 minutes. They got the pictures that they kind of already know. Great to see young bros doing this. I have a list, but I haven't started cold calling because I haven't gotten my title company Indeed contracts. Send it to them and get it. You file taxes, you do the same way. You probably a single operator until you get an LLC, then do the LLC, and then you get S Corp or C Corp. Really depends on it. Should you text blast probates? I'm not. I like cold calling them better. So this is a really good question. This is one I sort of want to talk about. We're getting the whiteboard for this one. The question is, Zach, are you worried about the economy's effect on real estate? Let's break it down. Let me show you exactly why when a market crashes, you make the same amount of money wholesaling. It doesn't matter, okay? The only people that are affected with a real estate market crash are the gurus, because the gurus can't be charging you 10 grand for a mastermind. That means they can't spend the money on their quote unquote sales staff, their overhead, their guru media people, their guru sales people, their guru camera person. They can't go live anymore. These gurus are gonna be running out when they can't start selling you a $10,000 course. It's gonna be fun. So let me break down. All right. During a market crash, we're making the same amount of money. Let me show you exactly why. All right. Forgive me for the YouTube people. I'm trying to get the mic, the audio be good while I'm talking. It's kind of hard to do it, but I'm going to try my best, okay? All righty here. Oops. So this is a tale of two markets, okay? We're going to be talking about a good market. We're going to talk about the three scenarios in wholesaling real estate. either real estate market is either doing three things. Okay. One, number two, number three. These are the market scenarios. Okay. Actually, we'll do it like this. All right. Scenario number one, right? Quote unquote good. Okay. The market's going good. It's going up, right? Number two, bad, right? Oh, it's crashing. Oh, the market's going down. It's crashing. Number three, same. So what I mean by this? So good market theoretically is when prices go up, right? For, the past 10, 12 years, real estate markets have been going up. All right. So real estate market is going up. Good. Bad. Real estate market's going down, right? Down. Bad. Same as prices are pretty much the same for a year, They kind of like stay stagnant. So in real estate wholesaling, let's break down the three, right? Okay. Let's break down like how this works. So in a good market, right? Theoretically, I put a property. Let's do one house and show you how three markets work, right? So we're gonna do a 3-bedroom. See this, right? Yeah. We're gonna do a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet. All right. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,200 square foot house in Springfield, USA. All right. Regularville, USA. Okay. So in a good market, usually I put a deal under contract for $200K. Okay. So I put on a contract for $200K, right? In a bad market, maybe real estate prices have crashed. Worst case scenario, 50%. Okay? So it's basically cut in half. $100K contract price. So let's say theoretically, I'm in a good market and markets crash down 50% in a month, which it never happens. But let's say worst case scenario. I have the deal locked up. I don't own the house. Did I lose anything on this deal? No, I'm wholesaling it, right? There's no risk. This is why we like wholesaling. And in the same market, 150, right? So in a good market, I could probably sell this thing for 240, right? 240K cash buyer. That's going to make me 40K profit. Cash buyers are bidding it up like crazy. It's harder to find deals, right? So I can theoretically, these type of deals in my personal market, I could probably do 5 to 10, right? 10 deals a month, right? Like for a good wholesale like me, probably do 5 to 10 of those a month, right? Some good money, right? That's what? That's 200 to 400K a month, right? That's pretty good, right? That's a good amount of money. Now, in a bad market, I could probably sell this thing for like 115. Okay. I could probably sell for like the cash buyers aren't too excited about it. Probably sell for like 115. And that's cash buyer. That's going to give me 15K profit. Now, that's where most wholesalers get this wrong, right? Oh my God, you're making so much less money, Zach. This means that the bad market's bad. That means everything's going to affect wholesaling. I'm worried, right? Here's the one problem. I could probably theoretically, and I'm just saying this in the nicest way, probably do I could probably do 15 to like 30 deals a month. Like it just, there's so much less competition. I can push the volume on it like really easily. So at this point, you're at what? Probably tripling it, right? So you're at 15 times 3. Yeah, I mean, you're at what? It's 15 times 15. 15 grand. Pushing like what? 225 to, I mean, 30 is a little much, but $450. Have you noticed here? You're making more money in the bad market because you can push the volume because there's less wholesalers. You're getting less per deal, but you can do way more volume. And I think that's a lot of, I think that's a huge problem people understand in a bad market. An experienced investor like me, and if you get good enough in wholesaling, you actually make more money during a bad market than in a good market. Now, you're both making great money, right? Like if you're an average wholesaler, divide that by 10, right? You're fine. The issue always is the transition period between a good market and a bad market. It takes about 6 to 12 months. And then like another 24 to bottom out. So during this bottoming out stage and period, your seller still thinks their house is worth 200 when it's really worth 150. But it takes them 12 to 24 months for they actually realize they got to sell it for 100K. Now that transition period sucks, but once you get into that period, you make a lot more money. Now, when everything is the same, you're probably going to sell to like 170 to a cash buyer. So contract price 170K cash buyer. So here's a big problem. Now during a iffy market, real estate doesn't crash per se. It's down, but maybe like stays the same. You make that 170. Buyers aren't crazy because things aren't like appreciating like crazy. That's when the stupid flippers like make money. Make 20K profit, but you do the same amount of deals in a same market as a good market because you still have a lot of people. So that's when prices kind of like don't do anything. The cool part about this is you probably make the same in bad, but you do so many more creative financing deals in a bad market that it works out really well. With creative financing to a point, the reason why I love it so much is because if I'm taking up a deal subject to, and they have a loan at 3%, I'm taking over that loan, and interest rates are 8%, I can sell that deal for 8% if I wrap it or something like crazy for it. So don't get too advanced on you guys here, but like theoretically in a bad market, you make the most money. Good market, you make good money. And then in the same market, you make like the same-ish money on it. And this is the same house, same piece of real estate. And I would love for someone to argue with me that real estate doesn't go down 50%. In my market, real estate went down 50% in 2008. Now, this is worst case. But what I'm trying to convey to you guys out here is that you make money in every type of market. It's just you make less money, more money. You do more deals, less profit, more profit, less deals. It's all like I don't know what the future is going to hold for wholesaling real estate. But I know there's going to be money to be made. And Jefferson says, does your program include subject to? It's free. It's a free course. Yes. Subject to is in there because I do sub 2 deals and I teach you how to do it for free. And that's it. How to create a team. Go to freewholesaling.com. My scaling system's in there. But like theoretically, you make money over like everything. Okay. And I think that's where a lot of people, what's up, Roger? How are you, buddy? It's, you make money in all markets. And I think that's where a lot of people get this business wrong. It's insane. Dan says, so should I pay for inspections? I haven't found out any mention of what a wholesaler might do. Talk to some buyers. Get a buyer first and then talk to them from there. Let's see here. Appreciate all the info you give. Appreciate the one, Michael. What's up? What's up? Joey, what's up? Joey says, what is the best list to cold call to get my first deal? And is PropStream the best way to pull it? I like PropStream. It's probably gonna be the best one to pull. Zach, help me lock this up. Yeah, if you need help locking it up, I'll do it. I don't care. Real estate Rod. Bro, I haven't talked to you in a while, man. What's up? How are you? Roderick used to be, I used to do wholesaling house for real chats on a Zoom after my live streams because there's only like 5 people that like would hop on. And Roderick was like one of the few people that would always hop on and talk. So haven't talked to him in a while. But what's up, man? I think it's the right Rod, right? Let me make sure. Been a little bit since I've talked. And those convos were all private. Oh my gosh, the good old days. But how do I comp a property? 3-1, 1,188 square feet, built in 1958, needs a lot of work, and is on 42 acres. I cannot find anything that was close to this point. Absolutely no comps. Oregon. Rod, personally, I would go to a cash buyer and just kind of see what they're at. That's the one thing I can tell you, right? Go to a cash buyer and ask how much they'd be willing to pay for something like that. It's not impossible to comp, but you'd have to go to a cash buyer and ask them, and they'd probably have to renovate that house. Cameron says, what if you don't want to wholesale houses, but other stuff? I don't know. I just want to get my feet wet. I teach creative financing. That's at freewholesaling.com too. But wholesaling is like where all the beginners should be going at. So yeah. Hey, Zach, I listened to that call from earlier. Do you do what's called a rent back? No, I refuse to do rent backs. I'm not going to mention it too much on here. I'm telling you right now. No, those are never good. Cash buyers don't like them either. I'm not a big fan of them. I know some people have done them. I've actually done that before with tenants, never the actual owner. But no, it's always a recipe for disaster, and that's how you get in trouble. Okay. Let's see here. Aaron, what is up? Aaron says, hey, Zach, thank you for all your superbly helpful content. It's really fast track for my wholesale journey and tips for wholesaling in New England area from Massachusetts. Depends where. Are you in a high? So here's one thing. Are you in a higher ARV market or lower ARV market? That'll probably help the most. And we're going to ask here, what do you think of interest rate hikes affecting wholesaling? Interest rate hikes theoretically should bring prices down. Is it going to be crashing? I don't know, but it should bring prices down, which might have an issue on the transitionary period in the market. But there's going to be money to be made no matter what. And I'll be closing deals live in front of you guys absolutely for free. So I know, Guru, I got nothing to sell you. So I ain't begging for money on a live stream. You know, I do it all for free. You know, that's what we try to do, you know. Our zombie property. So vacant pre-foreclosures, that's what a zombie property is. Pull that list rei.com, aka PropStream, or just keep it there. You do Zach data, but like you have to filter out a little more advanced. What I honestly can tell you right now is that I don't like cold calling pre-foreclosures to a point, just because a lot of them are getting calls from loan sharks, loan companies, credit card companies. Putting yellow sticky notes probably your best method on it. She wants to go about 30 days. Just get a cash buyer that'll do it, you know. What's up? Is it difficult wholesaling houses under a trust? Not really. I do a lot of trust in Florida, a lot of older people. You have a good title company, it'll be fine. That's honestly what I can tell you. Can you help a seller if they're 9 days? It depends on the county if they'll let you do it or not. You got to ask, right? So that's it, guys. So if you're getting any value from this, do me a big favor. Smash that like button, subscribe. I'm telling you, I'm here to teach. If you want to hop on Wholesaling House for real tomorrow, I'll show you exactly how to get this business absolutely for free. I'll talk to you one-on-one and we get it going, guys. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe, go to freewholesaling.com.